And yes, with a new intro song, like we are in high quality studio now with all the gizmos and gadgets around. This is the Husky Babu number 126. Back after a week of hiatus because of family endeavors, which I explained on the Husky Introvert Reliever. We're back. Jonathan is here. Say hi, Jonathan. Just so.
Hola.
No gun pointed at his head.
No Did gun. I say that right, Master?
Jesus, don't give out the trades all of a sudden like that. Like, don't make them believe things that are not. Wink, wink. It reminds me of Joe Rogan this week talking about like Vince McMahon. Yeah, Minky Juice himself. We can't even stop talking about Minky. Even Never. In the beginning of the podcast, he started talking about Minky Juice because Kurt Angle was a guest this week in his podcast. Oh. And he was talking about that Vince McMahon goes hard on the pain. You know, the canary in the coal mines analogy. That he's an outlier for what a 78-year-old man should be. Because he still wakes up at 3 a.m. in the morning, goes to the gym and goes hard for 2 hours. Squatting even 1,000 pounds at 78. And then he says, oh, that a guy like that, you don't make the guy like that. I mean, he's taking all the Mexican supplements. Wink, wink. I die laughing when he said that. Because, I mean, let's be honest and sincere. Who the hell looks like that at 78? He's carved out of granite, for God's sake.
A lot of work done on that face, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. He should have stopped. He should have just let himself age gracefully. You know, he should have left himself age gracefully. Like, you know, like earn those babies. I mean, he already has the face like look like a California raisins. Mm-hmm. He already has that. Like, dude, like, why you need to Botox that? Like, you earned those babies, and now he looks like an 1800s vaudevillain villain.
No, he looks like a damn 80s porn star.
No, he looks like a telenovela villain.
Damn, you went back.
Dude, he got the stash. He's using a cane. He just needs the top hat, and that's it. And one eye binoculars, and that's it.
Oh my god.
He's like an old timey villain. Why am I laughing like Skeletor?
Oh my goodness.
And that's a way to start the podcast.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, we have to cheer ourselves up after that beautiful game we just watched.
Oh, you're gonna bring that up, huh?
Rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah, you're just gonna bring that one up, huh?
Hey, I didn't bring up the other stuff that happened to that team. If y'all must know, Jonathan is a diehard Jets fan. So pray for him. It's been a rough month.
Pray for all of us.
It's been a rough month.
That freaking team.
It's been a rough month, to say the very least. It's been a rough month.
It's like the NFL gods just...
The football gods decided to take a huge dump. It's like, what's Mets Field? Oh, here. Okay, which one are the ones that wear green? This one's... Okay. Giant dump right now.
Like, why can't you do that? The Eagles wear green. The Packers wear green.
You ain't in New York. I mean,
why didn't you go take care of them?
I mean, this is. I don't mean to poo-poo on your parade or anything.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know, I have no.
You have no skin in the game.
I don't have no skin in the game. My life goes on whoever wins. But I do know a little bit about what's going on. I'm not a complete ignorant in these here subjects. But, I mean, not that Mr. Rogers, not the old-timey Mr. Rogers. I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Mr. Aaron himself, Rodgers.
Who's 40, by the way.
No.
He's almost 40 because he was born in 83.
Almost, but not there.
Yeah, but still, dude, he's technically 40. It's just like a technicality. He's 40.
Well, would you would like to be like that too. When it's like you're not 40, but you're technically 40.
Oh, I'll
but
take
you're
his
there.
body any time of the week. I'll take it right now. I'll take it right now. Please take all this sack of meat. Please take all this sack of grease. Take it all. Take it all. Give me that body, for God's sake. I'll take even that torn Achilles. I'll take it. Shoot, I'll take it right now. That dude is fit for life. He's shredded.
Yeah.
He's shredded. Like, I would have never imagined him in all my lifetime to look like that. Never. Like, I don't have the stamina. Like, just looking at him, I already like lost 10 pounds just looking at him. Like, oh Jesus, what have you done?
What happened?
Like, I even saw a video again. I have to quote Joe Rogan. Theo Vaughn. You know who Theo Vaughn is? He's a comedian, but he has like his comedy is like it's a weird comedy. So he saw a video of Joe Rogan going in the bathtub, a hot tub, and Joe Rogan was obviously shirtless because you're going in the tub. But he had his little Speedos on, and you know Joe Rogan is 56, but he's cut by granite. You know, his as a gold member in the Austin Powers movie would say, he's toit like a toiga. He's toit like a toiga. So when Theo Vaughn saw the video, I was like, you know, dude, you look like one of those rotisserie chickens that you have to tie it up with nods. Because all your muscles are just bulging. It just looks like it's popping out of your body. And Joe Rogan looked at him like, what are you saying, dude? Like, no, I'm just meaning you're fit, man. All I mean is you're fit. You're like, I guess, thank you. Was that a compliment? He's like, yeah, dude, it is.
A little bit.
It's so embarrassing that we're talking about 70-year-old, 56-year-olds that can whip our behinds with their toenails.
Yeah, pretty much.
In their sleep, in a coma, 2 minutes before dying.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And they could whip our behinds. Even if we unconsciously. Like, oh, you took out 2 fat dudes on your way coming here. How? Like, you just can. That's all. You're just built differently. That's all. It was just your motor for your reflex doing it. We're not putting that against you. Enter in. So, keeping on the subject of Minky Juice, I know this is not supposed to be a wrestling podcast. So those of you who are listening, I was like, oh God, here we go again. Sorry. What can I say? Minky Juice has lived an interesting life, to say the very least.
Yes, he has.
He has lived an interesting life, to say the very least. So Minky Juice, apparently, by some suggestions, could be on his way out of TKO, the new merger company that built out of UFC and WWE. Because apparently they're not that keen of having a guy with such a nice, clean track record, wink, wink, being one of the heads of the company. Because guess what? Part of the deal that got him into giving out the WWE to this merger with Endeavor was that he had to be one of the top guys in the board of directors. Mm-hmm. And guess what? The rest of the board is like, have you heard the news? Have you seen the news lately in the past year? This dude had to resign at his position and had to retire, quote unquote, because he was such a good Christian boy. Let's just say that, sarcastically speaking. Because he was such a nice boy. Because he was behaving so well. He always kept it in his pants. Always. All the time. I mean, he had a chastity belt, for God's sake. God, don't strike me dead. The Lord be listening to that song. Bull. Like the little kid. Like the little kid. Abu what?
You know, Scottie Pippen was just as good as Michael Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, That's blasphemy in another level. Like Pippen, don't get me wrong. Pippen ain't no scrub. Pippen ain't no scrub. He's no scrub. There's a reason he made it the 50 greatest basketball players when they celebrated the 50 years of the NBA. There's a reason he's there. But Michael Jordan is a whole nother level. Like, there's great players, there's awesome players, and then there's the level of Michael Jordan. And I will give some kudos to the new now back to number 23 again. Because he went back to number 23. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, like, decide on a number for God's sake. Stick to a number.
He's changing it like he's changing his underwear.
He's changing flavors. Another inside joke for you. He don't change flavors. He done changed flavors again. He's changed flavors from flavor number 6 to flavor number 23. Hey, and nobody gonna get these references except us sickos that know that reference.
You gotta listen to the other podcast. You know?
Us sickos that know the reference, unfortunately.
Oh my God, he's changing.
He's changing flavors. He's changing flavors. And that's where the handle Mad Flavors World came from. Anyway, so yeah, I would even put that kid close to his level because I'm not saying LeBron ain't nothing. He is. He's a great player. He's a once in a generation player, but a Michael Jordan, he is not.
No.
A Michael Jordan, he is not. And you know what? A Kobe Bryant, he is not either.
No, I never see, and this goes back to when we talked about this previously. It's different eras of basketball back then. I mean, we talked about it now. Like, look how much muscle Jordan had to put on after that first NBA final.
No, it was before. It was in playoffs because the Detroit.
playoffs.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The NBA was basically hockey on shorts. In the 80s, it was basically hockey on shorts.
In short shorts.
Yeah, in short shorts. But the Detroit Pistons took it to a whole nother level. I mean, the NBA was beating the bejesus out of people everywhere. It didn't matter what team, but
80s
Detroit
into the 90s and before it got to the 2000s.
Yeah,
You were
but the
getting-
Detroit Pistons thing was on another level. I mean, they got you got. Like, you
Go ahead
wasn't
and come into the paint soft and see.
no. You wasn't gonna get up. When they knock you down, that's it. Yeah, like, might as well bury you right there where you lay. Might as well, because they were getting people. They were gotting people, like murking people left and right, and they were hurting Jordan. And Jordan was always a skinny guy. He was always a skinny guy, but then he had to put like 19, 22 pounds of muscle in the next season, so he couldn't just endure the beating. And look, Jordan, this guy was already one of the top guys in the league, if not the top guy, because the Jordans were selling like hotcakes even then. And I think they were already on the Jordan 4s by then. They were already on Jordan 4s by then.
Wow.
And the Jordans were selling. I think he was making more money on the sneaker deal than he was actually on his NBA career at that point.
So he was always making more money in Jordans than he was.
Yeah,
in his
he was
career.
making more money on his endorsements than he did on his NBA career. He always was. I mean, on the weenies, the Gatorade, and not to mention the Jordans. The Jordans was just the icing on the cake. But he had a bunch of other endorsements. I mean, he even did in the mid to late 90s, he did Duracell, which is like, of all the batteries, like Duracell was the suckiest of sucks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. No, not even Duracell. There was another brand, Ryoback. It was Ryoback. Yes,
Back
it was.
in the day, yeah.
It wasn't even Duracell. Duracell. I apologize for what I said about Duracell. Duracell was actually good. I'm talking about Ryoback. No, now those are trash. It's just eco waste. Those are eco waste. And Jordan was selling that brand.
So Jordan here supposedly earned $90 million in salary during his NBA career.
Mm-hmm.
He earned more than 1.8 billion in pre-tax dollars from endorsements like Nike and Gatorade.
Yep. Yeah, because you got to remember, back in the day, Gatorade was his big was one of his big promotions, and he was one of the key guys that brought Gatorade as the official drink to the NBA.
In 1997 was his highest. He made 33.1.
Yeah, because his last
and that's it.
Because after 96, he was just doing 1-year extensions. After 96, he was just doing 1-year extensions, and every year he was getting more money, more money, more money, more money.
That's what LeBron's doing now.
Yeah, I mean that's the smart way to go, especially when you're there this late in your career, because LeBron ain't no spring chicken anymore.
Dude made $1 million this last 2 seasons. He played for $1 million just to be on the Wizards.
Yeah, and he didn't need it.
No, he didn't. No.
He didn't need it. I mean, again, I insist. Even he was no scrub those 2 seasons. By the way, he was no scrub.
No, he put up like 20 points, I think, every season.
But to me, he just hated it. He just damaged his percentages playing those 2 seasons because he wasn't putting out the numbers I used. Plus, you got to take in consideration that he had 2 years off the league, which also messed him up, and he wasn't a young guy anymore.
To go fucking play baseball. Oh,
No, it wasn't baseball. Baseball thing happened in '93.
Yeah. So just imagine if he played those 2 seasons too.
Well, he wasn't gonna go play basketball because remember they just murdered his dad. So that was the key component that. Well, that and also the other part, the gambling allegations that allegedly made him quit. Yeah, quote unquote. Yeah, we're gonna put that on quotations because we really don't know what happened. But I'm gonna take the official version and say that he retired because they murdered his dad. I'm gonna use that version, that he felt bad about his dad playing. So that's why when he came back with number 45. Remember, he came back with number 45 because he said that his logic was like, well, my dad saw me last play with the number 23, so I don't feel right playing with 23. But then again, he wasn't the exact same basketball player wearing that number. He felt wrong, so he was like, screw it, give me 23 again. I'm wearing 23.
Let me go do this.
Yeah, he's gonna be me. I'm gonna be me. I gotta be me. I gotta do my thing, score again, and be the guy that he has to be. Oh, anyway, so we were talking about Minky Juice. Yes, that allegedly he is on the way out because TKO has bought all his shares in the company. The board has bought all his shares. So because all of his history, highly publicized history of paying off hush money for the name Minky Juice didn't come out just because we like to joke around. It's actually a well-earned name. It's a very hard-earned name.
Hard-earned name. Yeah.
Hard-earned name. Like, if you don't know what Minky Juice means, look it up. It's in good Italian.
Well, you also couldn't go look up Uncle Joey's.
Yeah. It's a habitual male spray, liquid spraying individual towards the female side of the human race. Let's just say that. I mean, I'm trying to keep it clean. I think I've accomplished some in terms of keeping it clean, right?
Yeah, I think you're good.
I kept it clean. I mean, I didn't cuss or anything. I think I kept it clean enough and clear enough that people would understand what I'm saying.
Well, let's hope. They've been living under a rock for a while, then I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have to give you anatomy classes or human human transportation. Let me do this. Wait.
I mean, we can take it old school and go back to minute.
¡Hijo del diablo! ¡Santo Jehová! ¡Vida! ¡Suena! ¡Vida!
What's going on?
I guess that's what me telling Vinnie Mac for doing this thing.
So,
Oh, you didn't get it?
Straight up.
no, I heard you say it. I was like, what? So you pretty much you're saying that you want to buy him out,
Basically.
but his shares is huge.
Mhm.
Like they were even, like I was reading something that I think he's even
in the board of the UFC.
Dana White
Yep.
like boss,
Yes.
and he has any say in anything
On both sides.
on both sides.
Yeah. Although I think he's smart enough to not to interfere with the UFC. I think he's smart enough not to
I think he's
interfere.
smart enough just to keep himself quiet and just keep.
I
His
mean,
money.
ever since everything broke out, he's kind of behaved. He's kind of behaved.
Because he knows he doesn't want to lose what he got.
Yeah, but
now he's dealing with a whole nother company. That
yeah. Which
they're your boss.
and he is not the owner like he was
Yeah,
before in
he's-
WWE because.
You can't mess.
Oh, by
around
the
anymore.
way, did you know that he got angry at the people that started the investigation in WWE because he felt disloyal, that they were being disloyal?
Get out of here, man.
I'm like, dude, you have a publicly traded company.
You got all these share owners.
Like,
Hello.
there is moral grounds because you independently of what you've done outside of your own personal business, you were taking company money to pay people to shut up. Like,
Because you.
and don't you think that kind of merits them being concerned? Don't you think that kind of merits for them being like, yeah, I don't think you should be doing that. I don't think this is a good idea for you to be using company money, which, by the way, the company is not yours. It's a publicly traded company. That means that you can buy stock into it and you have an interest in it.
This dude is. I don't know what he. Oh, you disloyal? Nah, man.
You know what
You're
I
over
say
here
to that?
hiding hush money.
You know what I say to that? You can hear the little birdies, right? You're already smiling. You're already smiling because you know where it's coming. You already know what's coming. You already know.
Tu maldita madre.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hey,
I should look for that one too. Oh,
But,
God.
yeah, I just don't know. I mean, I think they did a smart thing by keeping Triple H in his position, even though he's not on the board anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that's the smart thing that they did.
And they said that a lot of these releases that they've been doing, wouldn't have. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know.
Oh,
how true it
so
is
you
or not.
heard about the releases.
A lot of these releases that have been going on wouldn't have happened if a person by the name of Stephanie McMahon
Mm-hmm.
was still there, and that Tony Khan is upset that when her dad got back into the business that she resigned, but he says I understand why. So there's a lot more behind the scenes that we're not getting.
You know, the only guy that it hurt me really that they released was Dolph Ziggler. That was the guy.
Yeah, I heard.
That one really surprised me because Dolph has been a lifer in that company. He's been there for a minute. Like, he's the third longest tenure in WWE. He's the third longest tenure in that company. Third longest.
You see John Cena posted a thing like how many matches he's done. Like, he's been dogging it out there for a long time.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? I mean, like, oh my God, I really don't know what else to say about that. I mean, it was a sad day this weekend. I mean, there's some guys that you were like, yeah, you should have done that a while ago. You should have done that a while ago, because these people are like not contributing much in the sense of, making this company grow any further. They were not going to go any further in the company. They were just there. They were just people that were there, but not much contribution was being shared. That's all I'm saying. But in terms of like Dolph again, why Dolph? Like, this guy was a lifer. They mistreated him. They treated him like garbage. And he was one of the most talented guys in that roster, and they still were like, well, you got to go. But, I mean, at least now he has an opportunity to grow and get bigger than he was. I mean, wherever he ends up, he's going to be a big guy. He's going to be a great wrestler. He's going to be a great asset to whatever company he lands on. So I just hope that they treat him right. They do right by him. But they messed up. To me, they messed up. They done messed up with him. The rest of the guys, I was like, well, it sucks, but can we hide the truth? I mean, they were in the way. They were not going up. They were going anywhere. Mm-hmm. They weren't going anywhere. So I'm not that I feel great that they were released. I don't want nobody losing their jobs. It's just that, the reality was that they were not moving the needle. These people were not moving the needle. And the last guy that they fired was Riddle.
Yeah.
And Riddle, well, he already had his history with Dana White back in the UFC days. So, plus all the drama he was creating.
Old baggage there.
Yeah, and plus all the drama that he was stirring up now with, like, you heard that accusation that he was saying that JFK security groped him.
Yeah.
So that was like the straw that broke the camel's back for WWE. Like, what are we gonna do with this guy? What are we gonna do with this dude? Like, we ain't got the time or the patience or the inclination to deal with this dude. And he was already on borrowed time from that point on. He was already like, I was surprised that they didn't call him out at they fired him one of those days, because I was like, okay, they could have just fired him and not Dolph Ziggler. Because with him, it was more justified because he was already earning that reputation. Whereas Dolph Ziggler has been a company guy since day one-ish, as the New Day, as the guys from the Usos would say. Mm-hmm. He was a day one guy. And he was faithful to the company to the bitter end. And the company, unfortunately, did not reciprocate that faithfulness towards him. So that's kind of messed up. But, I mean, we end up talking about wrestling stuff without even wanting to. And, I mean, we even touched Punky Brewster yet. And
The Rock is returning.
Well, he returned for one night.
But yeah. I think they're supposed to be setting up something for him.
Well, he spilled the beans of what actually happened for WrestleMania 39, that he was supposed to have a match with Roman. But for some reason, they couldn't concrete the creative of what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. So they had to settle for Cody and feed Roman to Cody. And Roman did, what he does, just beat everybody. Or as he says, smash everyone and leave. Which is basically his gimmick right now. I mean, he wins and then goes home. Doesn't come back for a couple of months and then comes back. Basically, that's his gimmick right now. I mean, he wins and then goes home. You don't see him for a couple of months. I mean, Roman is basically doing the same formula Hulk Hogan did back in the 80s. That's how it was back in the 80s. Like, Hogan won. He won his pay-per-view matches. Everybody with all the kids, us kids, ate it up because Hulk Hogan was the good guy. And then you wouldn't see him for a couple of months.
Then back in the Attitude Era, when you saw Austin and Rock every single day.
Yeah, but Hogan, I mean, it was a different beast because Yeah, you kind of did tapings every day, but most of those tapings were recorded months in advance. So you already had like 2 months of TV already on the can. So that pretty much gave the guys, well, it was still the same schedule, even harder back then, but now everything is done more live than being recorded. There's not many recorded shows. Most of them are live. Well, SmackDown and Raw are live. I can't speak for NXT. I think NXT they record like a month in advance. They record like 4 shows just to have a month in the can, and then they release it bits by bits every Tuesday. That's a whole nother thing, though. USA did rescheduled their contract with WWE, and now USA is going to have the rights for SmackDown as of October 2024. But just SmackDown, though. So Raw and NXT are now up for grabs to the highest bidder, and right now, Amazon and Disney Plus are the highest bidders. Apparently, they want to go streaming for those 2 shows. They want to go on streamers. Just to go to show you that right now the future is on the streamers. The future of TV is in streaming.
Yeah, that's why all these writer strikes are going to happen.
Yeah, because in the streaming, they haven't fixed the rights for the streaming rights because Netflix don't want to pay nothing. Amazon don't want to pay. And we're not even talking about the other streamers. Because every company wants their own streaming service. Whereas back in the day, the only streaming service there was at Netflix. Netflix was the only streamer. Now everybody got a streamer. Everybody and their mom. Even WWE got their own streamer. WWE Network, but that only works out of the States.
Yeah.
It don't work. It don't work here no more. I don't know why. Why did you ever found out the reason why they just decided to hang up the network here in the States?
No.
Me neither. I mean, I guess NBC Universal just came up with a truckload of money. And we're like, here, Vinny, look at all this money. I know you need hush money.
Minkia juice. Here, you can go shut up other women.
You can spread Minkia to other women. Here's some more hush money. And Vince was like, damn it, I do need that hush money.
I need it.
I don't need that hush money, damn it. All right, I'll take that money. I'll
just use my company's money.
I'll take that money, but I'll invest it on spreading Minkia juice. Yeah. That sick old bastard. That sick old bastard. That is more ripped than both of us to get combined.
It's crazy.
By the way, I ordered myself because now since the price has dropped like $20, I ordered myself the AEW game. So
okay.
I'm waiting for it to come up. It should be arriving today. Oh, it's already delivered. Oh, great. So I just need to pick that up. It's already.
Don't leave us yet.
Okay, so the podcast is over.
On that note, just visit our pop.
Yeah. No. Forget all the formalities. I'm out here.
Oh, Jonathan, just close this up. And,
yeah. I'll just leave. I was just gonna play. You're just gonna hear me in the background playing. Damn it! No! Get up! Get up, you idiot! Is it weird that I only buy wrestling games? I mean, not only wrestling games. I do have Spider-Man. I don't know. I still don't know why I bought Red Dead Redemption because I just heard how difficult those games are. That like they're life consuming. It's life consuming. I'm like, I don't have the time for that.
It's like I only buy sports games like for the years, and this just recently happened. I stopped. It would literally be Madden. It would be MLB The Show, Madden, 2K, and then it was like on repeat. That's all I would buy. Now it's just now I just buy the baseball game because Madden just became stupid and 2K is just the same BS. So, you know.
Well, at least I'll have my another option for wrestling game now instead of just playing the 2K games, which are not bad at all. It's just that, like, for example, I did a little nostalgia run yesterday playing as some of the wrestlers that were released. The actual two that I care about, which are Dolph Ziggler and Mustafa Ali. Because I mean, it's not their fault. But Mustafa Ali, I don't feel bad. I didn't mention him before because I feel like he's been begging to get rid out of the company for like 2 years now. So I feel like, okay, at least 2 years too late, but at least they did it now.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was hurting because that dude is gonna get a job immediately. As soon as those 90-day complete clause are done, he's getting a job ASAP. He's getting him and well, all of them are gonna get a job. Like if they want to keep continuing wrestling, they're just gonna get a job because guess what? They have name recognition. They have name recognition, and like any wrestling company, with just like the name recognition and like, oh, former WWE guy. Because I mean, if you were in WWE, that's it. You made it to the highest echelon of that profession. And you already got the name, so like they say in DR, crea fama y échate a dormir. Like create fame and go to sleep. That's it. You already got that fame. You already got that recognition.
Mm-hmm.
You're still stunned by that loss, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fighting words. You done froze on me, son. You done froze on me. Hello? You done froze on me.
I can hear you.
Okay, now I can hear you.
That's weird.
Yeah, this is the second time that happens.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because I got good connection here. I'm seeing all the bars all over.
I think this computer is just it's like don't be recording podcasts and doing other things on me because I can't do it.
Oh, snap.
I'm gonna have to bring up my iPad or something on the side
Oh, well.
because I like looking up things as we talk.
You know that I heard a review for this new movie that came out, Expendables 4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you want just the raw truth or you want me to sugarcoat it?
No, I want the whole truth.
It's dog crap.
It didn't look really that great, to tell you the truth.
I mean, the way the reviewer said it, it said most of these guys look like they were contractually obligated to be in the movie. So they showed the same enthusiasm as if it were a corporate indulgement or an indictment on them saying, if you don't do this movie, we're going to sue you behind.
Damn.
So you can tell like the enthusiasm that they put in their roles, like, yes, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to beat the bad guys and hip, hip, hooray. Yay. That enthusiasm.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I mean, good that we got to see that Equalizer 3 then, because it was actually good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was actually good. You know,
Actually,
speaking of old man doing action movies, hey, we call it as we see it. And Denzel ain't exactly young. He's pushing 70 for God's sake.
You're making 70 sound old, man.
Well, it ain't young.
It ain't that old.
But it ain't young. It is not young. I mean, it's not my fault that I mean, Harrison Ford is still doing Indiana Jones movies.
He should retire. I mean,
At his 80s. In his 80s.
He should be done. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen the last one. but I don't know. The last one that I saw, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I actually went to the movie theater and see it. This was back in '07. And it was mixed emotions, especially after the nuke the fridge thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never watched any of the movies, so you can go ahead.
How dare you? How dare you?
Wasn't an interest.
You blaspheming son of a...
Go ahead, call me. Go
No,
ahead.
no.
Come on, Mr. Christian man.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
no,
Come
no,
on.
no,
Come
no,
on.
no.
Tell me how you really feel.
No. I will not insult your mother. Your
Don't.
mother's a saint. Your mom is a saint. Your mom is a saint. Your mom is a bomb. She's a great woman. And she cooks us better than it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Her cooking. Oh my God. She's a great woman. So I would not insult her. But you, you, how dare you come at her?
Whoa, hey, yeah.
How dare you? How dare you? Not watching Indiana Jones. How dare you?
Just like I never watched any of the Star Wars or Star Trek.
Oh
or
my
any of that stuff.
God. Now that you done provoke me now. You done provoke me now. How dare you, sir? How
You see
dare
you see the movies that we get along with. Did I ever say, "Hey, let's go watch this"?
I'm
'Cause
messing
it's
with
in
you.
the
I really
theater?
don't.
No,
I'm messing with you. I don't care. They're just movies. I mean, plus they ain't that very good anymore. The last ones, like the last three Star Wars movies, like you get sleep apnea just watching those things.
I got sleep apnea watching Wally at the movie theater.
Dang.
Yeah, Casey wanted to go watch it, so I was like, "Come on, let's go watch it."
Dang.
And that was at the time I was working at the theater, so it was free. So I only fell asleep on a free movie. I didn't pay for it.
Well, you can sleep on it because you didn't waste your hard-earned money. It was just there.
Yeah.
You were just there. You're just like, well, there's a seat here. I'm here. It holds my weight.
Yeah. There
There's
you
a
go.
movie going on. I don't have to pay. I only have to pay for the popcorn, maybe.
No, I didn't have to even pay for popcorn.
Oh God, you're just living the life.
So what happens is the movie theater gives you 2 free tickets
Oh, sweet.
for you and the person you're with.
And how
Then-
much? How much was it an hour back then? The pay?
Then
How
I
much?
think at the time it might have been like the minimum was like $7.25 or something like that. But I was also before you turn, like, I think when you're 16 you're still considered like a minor to working ages, so it's not like you can work like a full time like 8 hours.
Yeah, they give you a
So I was
part
only-
time.
So I was only like I only can work a max of like 3 hours and 45 minutes. But I was 16, so I was driving. I had my license.
Sweet.
So, I got the movie. I said, "Is there?" And I just went to the ticket guys because they knew me, and I was like, "There's still room in here." They go, "Yeah, there's tons of room." So I went to the movie. They give you, it's like almost considered a small popcorn.
Like a
And they
medium,
give-
medium
so it's
to
like
small.
Yeah, so they give you like a small popcorn, like in a white bag.
Okay.
But that's how you knew you like worked there, because they weren't like the colorful bags that they give you now. It's just like a white bag. So you fill that up and you can come back as much as you want, and then they give you like a small drink.
Did they give you a remote control to hit the pause button while you? Like that would be too much asking. Right?
I mean, I should have been like, I want the seats upstairs. I want to see the projection, and then I'll be like, oh, hold on, be right back, and everyone's in the theater like, what the heck is going on here? Why is the movie on pause?
Hold your horses, people. Hold your
Hold
horses.
on,
I
gotta
just
go
need to get a
more popcorn. I'll
refill.
be right back.
I just need a refill. But what about us? Thank you
Go
for
get one.
Thank you for visiting.
Thank you for watching my movie.
Thank you for watching my movie. I'm running this projector. I don't know about y'all,
Yeah, so
but I ain't missing a damn beat.
So that's the only perk I miss about going to the movie theaters. I mean, working for them was
You know, there's another thing
movies.
that says like watch a movie at home, where you can just pause it, go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
go to the kitchen, get some refills there out of your own old dispensary.
Yeah, it was funny. Today, is one of my good friends, David, that his 70th birthday today. And this is the guy that I mentioned to you before. Like, you guys are like movie heads, so you guys get along like very well.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about he doesn't go to we used to go to the movie theater every Saturday, or we went to lunch every Saturday. It's just something we always did. We worked together for like 11 years. There were, he comes over for Christmas dinner, things like that. He was part of the family. And I was like, don't you miss the times we used to just go to the theater, go get popcorn, and then you'll leave, go get more popcorn, and then you miss half the movie because you keep going to the bathroom and getting more popcorn? Because yeah, it's a lot better now at home. I can just pause it. Like you said, it's the best thing. But I miss the theater thing. Like when we went the other day to watch.
I mean,
Equalizer.
The bigger the TV screens get, the less you're gonna miss the movie theater. Because you got 70 inches now, 80 inches. There's some.
I mean, yeah.
Don't you think I didn't miss that one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about. That's what you said. I got a 70-inch on my wall right here.
Yeah. Mr. Office.
Mr. Often, I got a 72. I got a 70-inch TV right here.
Yeah.
Thanks to me winning the PlayStation 5 from Bleacher Report.
You can just keep rubbing that one on my face. Right? You're just gonna be rubbing that on my face. Here, Mr. PS4 Pro. How about my giant PS5 right in your face?
Hey, listen, when the PS5 Pro comes out, let's see what happens.
Then
I can sell you this one
and then
too,
you sell me the PS5, and then I have two consoles.
Then you can sell the 4, or you can leave it in one of your rooms, and it could be like a.
You know who already got dibs on the 4. You already know who got dibs on the 4. That's my daughter because
she's about 5 feet tall, 12 years old.
No, 5 foot.
Runs the household.
5'6".
5 foot. Damn.
She's 5'6", man. She's almost the same size as my wife. That 12-year-old munchkin of mine, who's not a munchkin anymore.
She'll always be your munchkin.
Yeah, in my heart, in my mind, she will always be that little baby that I carried the first time that Saturday, 30th, July 30th, 2011. I remembered the date, 11:45 a.m. in the morning. I remember the whole thing.
Early in the morning, huh? She was like, okay, here we go. I want outs.
Oh, that day was so curious because my wife was being, I feel some contraction. But I don't think it's anything. I mean, maybe we'll just go to McDonald's afterwards. Well, let's go to the doctor just in case. Like, okay. So she already put that McDonald's thing in my head. I was like, oh, sweet. So we're just going to pass by here. I'm going to do the husband thing, get it to the doctor. Probably nothing. We'll go to the McDonald's and then we'll eat something. And then everything will be good. Little did I know that was the day. The doctor, she's dilating.
Yeah, you ain't getting that Big Mac, okay?
And also when they did, they had to because she wouldn't dilate any further, and the doctor was like, "Well, something wrong here because you should be dilating more." And then when they did, they X-rayed her belly, and the doctor was like, or they put they did that thing they put in the stomach, and the doctor told me, yeah, the baby wrapped her neck on the umbilical cord. So we got to do C-section, yes or yes. But your wife asked me to ask you if you are okay with it. I'm like,
get the damn baby.
She asked me if I'm okay with it. Like, do I want my little baby to die? No, get that baby out of there ASAP. No, because it's gonna be like we'll worry about the money later. Like, give me my baby girl, and that's all I care about right now. Like, we'll worry about the money later.
Do you know it was gonna be a girl?
Yeah, by that point we already knew it was a girl, because we didn't care. Like, we wanted to know. Plus, I had my dad on my neck because he was already like deep on 7 grandboys, grandchildren. He was dead tired of boys.
Ariel,
like he was
have that girl.
Oh no! Look, the moment I told him my wife was pregnant, he congratulated me. He gave me a big hug. Then he pushed me away. I was like, what? I was like, you better give me a granddaughter. I'm like, oh, you better talk to God. I already did my part. I already sowed my seed. you better,
my Mickey juice.
I already sold my seed. You better talk to the big G above. You better talk to him. You talk to him. I ain't got nothing to do with that. After I already did my part. I got a prego. That's it. That was my part. You better talk to the big G on top. You better talk to him.
Talk to the big man.
Then the day that we found out, because my wife went to do the checkup and to check the baby's sex. That was like 2 or 3 months before giving birth. And me and my dad were having a big ass argument at that time. I don't think saying big ass is a cuss word, right?
They use ass and the shit on TV, so I think we're good.
Okay. So anyway, we were having a big argument, and then in the middle of all of that, my wife texts me and she says, "It's a girl." And I just leave him shouting at me, and I shut up and go, "What? Why are you answering?" Dad is a girl. He done forgot.
You forgot what the hell he was talking about.
He done forgot about everything. He started crying. He was so happy. Thank you, God. Thanks, Jesus. Finally, I'll get my little girl.
Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And amen. Amen. He done forgot about what we were fighting about. What were we talking about? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't got a clue. I ain't got a clue what we're talking about. All I know, we just got a little girl. Yes. That's all we care about right now. That's all we care. And out Emma came that Saturday morning, and man, it's been a fun ride ever since. That girl has not given me a moment of rest in the best of ways. In the best of ways. I had to call her out last night though. Because she's being very fresh with my wife right now. I mean, she's almost a teenager. She's 12. Yeah. And she got my genes, which is not good. So she's sarcastic as all heck. And she's being sarcastic towards my wife. And I'm like, look. And I'm not telling her, like, don't be sarcastic to your mom. She was like, but you're sarcastic to her all the time. Like, that's different. Because you got to understand, me and your mom were friends before we even started dating. So we already had that repertoire between us. We had that camaraderie between us. So she already had that with me way before we even started dating. We were 2 years into friendship before we even started dating. So we were friends. So you got to understand, we have a history together that you don't understand. So if I talk to her a certain way, I tell her, look, do I call her names? No. Do I disrespect her? No. Do I treat her in any way that she feels that I'm belittling her? No. Why? Because I respect her. She's my wife, and I treat her with respect. I never call her names. I never disrespect her. Now, we do play around, and I'm very sarcastic towards her, but I never disrespect her. She always knows that where I'm coming from is not a place of disrespect. I'm not disrespecting her. And my sarcasm is more like a commentary to what she's saying, not towards her directly. You know, but you are being disrespectful because you think that you have that confidence with your mom, and you got to understand, yes, you can joke around and everything, but at the end of the day, that's your mother. That's your mother. You don't talk to your mom like that. You got to keep
the famous words of Rita. I brought you into this world. I'll take you out.
So I had to put her on her place. I was like, baby girl, you don't talk to your mom like that. Like, but you talk to her like that. That's different. That's a totally different thing. Because we and her have history together. Like, we were friends, then we started dating, then we were boyfriend and girlfriend, and then we were fiancés, we were engaged, and then we got married. We got a whole history that you are not aware about. Like, we had years of friendship, relationship that was built on way before you came into this world. So we already had a repertoire that you were not aware of. So that's a whole different scenario between me and her. Now, you and her are a whole different other thing as well, because you are daughter and she is mom. And on mom, you better be giving her the best level of respect you could give any other human being on this earth.
Mom card trumps everything.
Yes, that's your mother. Like, and you better give me some respect too. I do give you respect. Yes, I do. I know you do. But you better be showing that same level of respect to your mom. The same level of respect you give me, you better give it to her. Because you giving it to her and to me is the same thing. Because guess what? Right now I'm not there. She's me and her at the same time. She represents me. So you talk back to her, you're talking back to me. It is at that level. That's the level that you have to respect. You respect me, right? Yeah, but the exact same respect you give that to your mom. And it's not that she's a bad kid. She's not. It's just that, sometimes you abuse the confidence that people give you.
Well, sometimes, like you said, she's 12. She's going to be a teen. Hormones around this age. It's a whole lot of things going on.
Yeah. But sometimes you got to put them on check.
And she also, you're not around. She misses you. She's just,
acting out.
She's just acting out a little bit. And you putting her in her place, not in a mean way, but a respectful, fatherish way.
Yeah.
Lets her know that, I'm not there, but, you still got to hold up your end. I mean, it's not easy on any of you guys.
No, it's not easy, but thankfully she is a good girl. She is a good kid. She got a good head on her. She understands what's right and wrong, and she got great maturity for her age. But she's still a kid. You still need some course correction, and that's what we're here for. That's why if a parent is there to course correct the path of your kid. You're not just letting them just being raised like in the jungle by themselves. You're there to course correct, to make sure that they make the right decisions. Now they're going to become an age where they're just you have to leave them alone and let them be. But by when that time comes, they'll handle their own business. But in the meantime, they're under our roof. They're under our rules, and guess who's king? Mommy and daddy are king. King and queen. So our say goes, and that's it. So this has been the parenting portion of the podcast.
This is the parent Husky Babu.
Yeah, the parenting portion. Well, you're kind of a daddy already because you guys have some kittens in the house. Or one. A kitten. A kitten.
But,
is it a boy or girl?
I had a girl.
Oh God.
No, she's cool.
She's docile.
She's older.
She's docile.
But she's calmer now.
You already fixed her?
Oh, she's been fixed way before we even got her.
Yeah, because my wife.
She doesn't leave the house though. All our cats never left the house.
Yeah, and DR that's different though.
I had Chris, my nephew. And I didn't raise him. My mother, obviously did a lot of raising, and he lives with her and all that. But there's things I had to teach him just as a human being. I mean, just sports-wise, it's like he had the temper as like me. Hated to lose. Hated it. And it got the best of him, and I had to talk with him like you did with your daughter and just say, listen, we don't act that way. I said, I act that way, but then I have to bring myself together. You don't think as a coach, I hate losing, just, watching you guys lose because you gave it your 100. I mean, it's part of life.
Yeah. I mean, nobody is out here like, I would love to experience what a loss is.
Yeah. It's so,
are all the Jets fans happy today? No.
Well, you can finish this podcast by yourself. I'm going to sign out now. It's been real. You guys have a wonderful week. This is going to be the last few minutes of just one Husky Babu. Just going to finish up for you.
Hey, I haven't even mentioned other stuff, man. Hey, the Giants suck too, so they're even worse.
No me importa.
They're even worse.
I'm not a Giants fan.
I know you're not, but just look at the other side of the coin, of the building, rather. They're not doing so hot either. Man, this has been a rough year for New York, man. This has been a rough year in the Hall of Sports for New York. This has been a rough one. I'm not even joking, man. I'm just saying, like, I'm a Yankees fan.
I know. I mean, we lost today, 6-0.
Oh God. Well, we ain't going nowhere anyway. It's
We're definitely not now. We were a little bit left in there if we won like the next like 7 and like 8. I mean, 7
and then
and 1 or something like
we
that.
out of contention. Forget that.
Now we done. We done for good.
We
now.
done. We done. We done. We done. And some of you heathens will be there. Well, what about the Buffalo Bills? Shut up. Shut up right now. Shut your mouth right now. Shut your mouth right now. Be quiet. Be quiet. See, I'm on your side on that one. See? I'm on your side. See? Be quiet. Don't be saying nothing.
Can you see that?
Eliminated.
It was the Yankees' best pitcher, Garrett Cole. You can't.
No. Your background thing is acting up like.
There you go. That's Garrett Cole. Eliminated.
Great. Anyway.
On that note, we passed our 45-minute mark
Oh yeah.
about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. So anyway, remember our website, huskybybluepod.com, where you can listen to all the old podcasts that we've done here on this here HB Media. Also, remember our TeePublic store, where all the baseball teams now are there for the Dominican baseball fall winter season are there. All of them are there. No exception.
Shout out to your wife
Oh yeah, promoting it.
for promoting. Shout out to her.
Yeah. She's a workhorse. She just spreads the word. You know, the gospel of the Husky Bible.
HB Media. You know?
HB Media. She's a keeper. She's a trooper. What can I say? She's always my number one fan. Or like she has, sometimes she says, "No, I'm your 0 fan." Like, what do you mean 0? Well, 0 goes before 1.
You got a good one there, man. You got a smart one.
She's like, 0 goes before 1, so I'm above 1.
That's
I'm
right.
beyond 1. I'm like, oh my God, that's a whole nother level.
It's a whole nother level of commitment.
Yeah, that's why I ain't even looking on the other side. There's nothing to look at. That's it. I live and die there. That's I planted my flag there and I ain't going nowhere. That's
I
it.
heard you. I hear you.
I ain't going nowhere. So yeah, that's where you get us. And also remember our social media at that Ariel Duran on Instagram, X, and
Call that shit Twitter, okay? Call it Twitter.
it's called X now, man. It's official. I'm sorry.
Freaking
And yours is Johnny Boy 426
on Instagram.
on Instagram. So this has been number 126 of the Husky Rebel podcast. So take care, peoples.
Peace out. Have a good week.
Bye.